Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I'd like to welcome everybody. I'm glad to see so many people come out today. I'll stand on existing protocols. Welcome everybody from the high table. We appreciate you being here. We want to welcome you to this pivotal training session. The training is tailored to prepare you, our esteemed media personnel, comprehensively for the coverage of the upcoming OIC Banjul Summit to be held here on the 4th and 5th of May 2024. As we gather here today, it is imperative to acknowledge the profound significance of the event being hosted right here in the Gambia. The hosting of the OIC Banjul Summit in our country is not merely a diplomatic gathering, it is a momentous occasion that highlights the Gambia's growing stature and influence on the global stage. It underscores our nation's ability to convene and facilitate crucial conferences among international leaders, fostering cooperation and solidarity on issues of mutual importance. This summit signals the Gambia's commitment to regional and international collaboration for peace, development, and prosperity. Furthermore, the significance of hosting such a prestigious event on Gambian soil cannot be overstated. It provides us with a unique opportunity to showcase our rich cultural heritage, our renowned hospitality, and our capacity to organize and host large-scale international gatherings. This summit is not just about diplomatic engagements. It is about showcasing the Gambia's potential as a destination for investment, tourism, and meaningful engagement with the global community. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, as representatives of the Gambian media, everyone here bears a weighty responsibility in ensuring that the coverage of this event is comprehensive, accurate, and impactful. Your reporting will not only shape the narrative surrounding the summit, but also play a pivotal role in shaping perceptions of our country, both domestically and internationally. We have a chance to promote a positive image of our standard of journalism and of the Gambia as a whole, a nation committed to democracy, press freedom, and the values of inclusivity and tolerance. Therefore, this training today goes beyond merely equipping ourselves with the technical skills and knowledge necessary for effective coverage. It is about embracing our role as ambassadors of truth and integrity, leveraging the power of media to elevate the discourse surrounding this historic event. Through your reporting, you can highlight the Gambia's readiness to host such significant gatherings, our resilience in the face of challenges, and our unwavering commitment to democratic principles and human rights. Throughout this training today, we will delve into various aspects essential for the comprehensive coverage of the OIC Banjul Summit. We will explore the summit's objectives, themes, and anticipated outcomes, providing us with the contextual understanding necessary to deliver insightful and nuanced reporting. Additionally, we will delve into protocols and cultural sensitivity, ensuring that our coverage respects and honors the diverse perspectives and traditions of all involved. I definitely urge each of you to approach this training with dedication and enthusiasm. Let us use this opportunity to elevate our journalism, to showcase our professionalism, and to promote a positive image of our beloved country. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tunkara. He almost actually scolded me when I skipped his parade or put to practice some of the things that you've learned in this particular hall. So without saying much, again to Mr. Lassana Tunkara, and I will call on Mr. Fadli Fadel, the head of brands and communications at the OIC, to give a remark.
Good morning. Good morning. It looks like the Jarankas here, the fasting is taking a toll so quickly. It's not even 10 o'clock yet. Tijan, can I hear you? Good morning. But on a more serious note, I would like to join previous speakers to welcome all of you to this all-important event that we have here. But before I do that, I would like to also recognize the presence of the Chief Executive Officer of the Gambia OIC Secretariat, Ambassador Yankuba Diba, who also doubles as the CEO of the Kairaba International Conference Center. I would also like to recognize the presence of Ambassador Habib Jara. He has just intimated to me that he's no more the permanent secretary at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. He's in fact Gambia's, he's going to serve in our diplomatic mission in Saudi Arabia. So congratulations, Ambassador Jara, on your newest, on your appointment. Also in our midst is veteran diplomat, Ambassador Ndur, Ambassador Ibn Ndur, one-time Chief of Protocol, Office of the President in the country here, one time also Ambassador to the Republic of Senegal. We are grateful for your time. Thank you so much for joining us today. And later on, Ambassador Ndur will have the opportunity, or you will have the opportunity, to hear from him, to hear him share his experience. He has wealth of experience in terms of diplomacy and things along the lines of what we are trying to do. So we all look forward to your deliberations later on. Also like to recognize the presence of my colleagues in the National Media Committee of the OIC Banjul Summit National Organizing Committee, Mr. Tunkara Bindi, Chairperson Ade and Mr. Jallo. Also members, the rest are here, Mr. Talib, Ndei Kumba, Aisatu Jagana, and everybody. But more importantly also, I would like to thank you, and thank you so much for making the time to come, despite the notice coming quite at a very short notice. You endeavored to make time for it, and you came out in your numbers. We truly, truly, truly appreciate that. So on behalf of the Gambia OIC Secretariat, I just wanted to take a moment and just briefly highlight the significance of what is upon us. Usually what I tell people is that Gambia is at a crossroads, because it is not every day that you expect 57 heads of states or delegates from 57 countries and beyond, because the OIC is much more than just 57 member countries. We have observer countries as part of the mix. We also have special envoy countries that are part of it, and other countries that have a stake in what the OIC is about. All of them part of the OIC superstructure. So we are expecting a huge chunk of the world in our country very soon. The OIC is spread across 4 continents. Collectively, the population spans between 1.8 billion to 2 billion people. So during the period of the summit, there will be huge global attention on the Gambia. Huge global attention on the Gambia. So I usually also tell people that it is one of the single biggest PR opportunities for us. It's a make or break moment for us, so it is up to us as a people to see and determine how we want to handle or approach this issue. There are 2 ways to it. It's either we take advantage of it, make the best use of it, or squander the opportunity. And I believe what I have seen here, the amount of, the level of attendance, the number of people that have come out here today to be part of this process, I think that is testament to the fact that as a country and as a media fraternity, you are indeed ready to make sure Gambia leverages on this opportunity. And that is the same mindset across the board, from the president to the government to the secretariat, and I believe across the country. We want to make best use of this opportunity, once in a lifetime opportunity. And in so doing, we believe that we cannot do it without the Gambian people. But we also cannot reach the Gambian people successfully with our messages without collaborating with the media. And CEO, I want to place it on record that the media has been quite supportive throughout this process. One of the first public events that we did here as part of our preparations is a networking event that we had with senior reporters and media chiefs and media owners. And we invited them over to cordially inform them of the summit happening, but also to seek their support in our awareness creation drive, and in making sure we mobilize public support for it. And the turnout was incredibly impressive, as impressive as what we have here today. More than 70 senior reporters and media owners and chiefs came and they graced that event. And since then, we've seen quite a great deal of goodwill demonstrated by the Gambian press in supporting our messages, in spreading awareness, in encouraging the public to support what we are trying to do. So just to say, keep on supporting us. Like I said, this is a national event, and everybody, the event belongs to all of us as Gambians. And we, as the Secretariat, we are aware of the important role that the press plays. That is why we are involving you all throughout the way. On the importance of the training, just like Mr. Tunkara said, at the level of the Secretariat, our mantra, our guiding principle has been that the summit will be meaningless if we cannot link it to the improvement of the people of this country. That is why when you look at all the summits or all the projects that we've embarked on in preparation for the summit and everything that we have done in between, it is designed to improve lives and livelihoods in this country beyond the summit, because we understand our mandate to be a legacy one that will be here to benefit all of us long after the summit is gone. That is why at our own level we encourage the media subcommittee thought it important and prudent that it will be important for us to also invite our brothers and sisters. Since this is uncharted territories for most of us, although we have hosted the African Union Summit in the past, but in terms of capacity, in terms of even the times, a lot has changed. So we thought it would be important that we have this refresher course, look among us, look within, source one of the most experienced people that we have in our midst, so that they can share knowledge and impart their experience in us, so that, once the summit is here, we can leverage on it and make best use of it. So I just wanted to say, I don't want to bore you with a lot of statements because CEO would come and speak formally on behalf of the organization. So I just want to say thank you so much to all of you for taking the time, but also thank you to the local, to our national, the media subcommittee. They've been doing incredibly well, making sure that our partnership with the media is as smooth as possible. We'll continue to work on that. Already we are partnering with most of you through advertisements, airtime, through your talk shows and appearing on them and things like that. We will continue to expand that. And as we inch closer to the summit, you will continue to hear from us more. We will continue to engage you, to involve you more into the preparations. Because one of the things that we want to ensure is to have as much information about this summit, positive information about Gambia as well, out there as possible. So that in the future, when people look back, they can, they can easily follow what will take place here in the Gambia. In our case, I'm sure CEO will tell you, when we are trying to look around, trying to get references from countries that have hosted it in the past, it was kind of a little bit difficult to find information about previous countries that have hosted the summit. But we believe already the coverage has been very, very positive and overwhelmingly good. We just want to encourage you to keep it up. So with that said, I want to thank you so much for your kind attention and wish you a fruitful event. But before I go, CEO, in our midst is a media mogul, Fatou Camara, the owner and the proprietress of Fatou Network. She is here to join and support. I want to recognize her presence. She's here with one of her associates, Madam Jallo. We are, thankful for your coming, for taking the time to be here. So that is the spirit. It belongs to all of us. It belongs to the entire country. No one should be waiting to be called. If you see anyhow that you can be part of it, please come and support. Yeah? So thank you very much and have a wonderful session.
Reto actually says he did not introduce herself. This is no accident. We're in the first month. And the Tilibonkers, the Jalas, and the Kiankas, at this time of the day, they hardly can compose themselves. But anyway, thank you very much, Aissatou. Allow me to recognize the presence of Mr. Essa Jallo, Mr. Darami, both of them on our media subcommittee. Our chairman, it's not the youngest subcommittees, but actually it's the latest to be populated with professionals. But it appears they have actually outpaced all the other committees. They're coming with so much vigor that now they're kind of the new kid on the block. So I would like to recognize the presence, of course, of Mr. Farela, who leads a formidable team here, comprising two formidable ladies. Mr. Fadera is heading our brand and communications department. Of course, I would also like to recognize our head of admin and HR, Mr. Omar An. The last two are giants that I cannot but recognize. I think in the introduction, Mr. Jara was introduced as a former permanent secretary and now going to our mission in Saudi Arabia. But I'd like to tell you, he has been an ambassador, Gambia's ambassador to Algeria. So Ambassador Jara is doing in the diplomatic field, and now he's going to support and strengthen our mission in Saudi Arabia. We wish him the best of luck. Of course, my own big brother and my schoolmate, he used to punish me in school, at high school. You know, we were in a boarding school, and then we had our seniors who would tell us to kneel down. So he used to tell me, kneel down, go and clean this, go and clean that. So I'm sorry I would be found wanting if I miss out my Chancellor of the Exchequer, the one who controls all the money here, Mr. Tijan Fofana. And lastly, but not least, I would like to recognize, by the way, Ambassador Noor, as he has been introduced earlier, sits on our protocol subcommittee, and he has headed a lot of important positions, ranging from chief of protocol in the First Republic to becoming an ambassador, and now he's helping giving back to society. Let me also recognize the presence of one Kianka here. I don't know how she managed to be here, but I thought perhaps because of the fast she wouldn't make it. But we are very delighted to welcome Madam Fatou Kamara in our midst. Let me also thank you all, the media chiefs and practitioners here. As Mr. Fanera said, you've been very, very supportive. You've been excellent partners. You've been an extension of our advocacy and our communications efforts. And for that, we want to put on record that we are very grateful. As the fourth estate of the country, media is very, very important. Some of us who have had started our careers in media in the 70s and 80s, I would like to, Mr. Jallo can recall that there's a film that we produced which is called Janga du West. So some of you, or all of you, are highly experienced people, but learning is a continuous process. And I think this is very, very important that you come here today to have a cross-fertilization of ideas, of approaches, of methods that you would deliver. You come from various sections of the media, and we value each and every branch of the media. For me, on behalf of the Secretariat, on behalf of the board and management, I have a simple appeal. As Mr. Fadera said, all eyes are on the Gambia. Already the media space is highly toxic. There are people who use the advantages of modern media not to inspire, not to create possibilities for young people and women, but rather in unfortunate and derogative ways. You must count yourselves lucky. I recall when I was in the media, two people, now you have everything in one. Everybody now with a mobile phone has a television station, you have a radio station. And I think this is what some people cannot understand, that you should use that to better effect rather than negative effects. In our time, we used to carry, two people used to operate a film camera. We used to carry a recording pack, which is almost 20 kilos. Our cameras used to be so big. I recall when the mobile phone started here, one mobile phone was as big as this camera. So today, you have very compact kinds of equipment which can do formidable things. So whereas technology has moved by leaps and bounds, I think we should use that to also better the cause of humanity. 57 countries are all heading to the Gambia in the next 30 days. We want the Gambian media to showcase what is Gambian, what is best of Gambia. we would like the global media to be awash with good stories, good information about the Gambia. Gambia is such a beautiful place. And our role in the OIC, even though demographically we are the smallest on mainland Africa, but we have performed tremendously well since the founding of the OIC. Some of you who are old enough would have recalled that in the 80s, our founding father, or let me start by stepping back a little. In 1965, when Gambia fought for independence, there was a British journalist, Beckley Rice. He wrote, "The Path of an Impossible Nation." The whole idea was that Gambia was not a viable entity. It would not be viable. So Gambia should be added to Senegal. But President Jawara, in one of his maiden interviews, said, "We may not be rich in material terms, but we are rich in our culture, we are rich in our diversity, and we are rich as far as peace is concerned." And President Jawara used peace as his currency to promote Gambia. Hence, if you look at the theme of the summit, 15th summit of the OIC, we want to foster unity, solidarity. By doing so, we hope we can motivate things that will bring about sustainable development. In the 80s, President Jawara actually championed, and when Iran and Iraq were at war, both members of the OIC, he championed a peace mission that led to the rapprochement between the two countries. So this is very significant. You are also aware that Little Gambia championed the cause of the Rohingyas in Myanmar. This is no simple task. And I think that has equally solidified Gambia's stance in the international scene. So we are also hoping that being the second country in sub-Saharan Africa to host the OIC, you as our partners will leverage on that and sell the Gambia. Our aim is that post-OIC, the Gambia will be the hub for meetings, investments, conferences, and events. And you know what that means. We can use that as a platform to be able to bring about inward investment that will benefit women and young people. We have a very youthful population. I believe Gambia's population, 25% are below, 65% of our population are below 25 years. And you know what that can mean. It can mean a curse or a blessing. Using the media, we want to make sure we promote things that will bring about development, that will bring about investments. But when we have investments, we'll have job opportunities for our young people. The plight of our women will be addressed. Shortly before I came in this meeting, I was with the chairman and CEO of the Gambia Chamber of Commerce in my office. We are trying to explore ways to see how best we can use this platform, the OIC, to be able to attract more investments in this country. We cannot do that without the media. You have to sell the Gambia. You are the ambassadors that will enable Gambia's image reach far and wide. So my appeal to you is #Gambia, #working together. Thank you very much, and I'm delighted to declare this meeting open. Thank you so much.
It was set under the office of the President to lead the government of the Gambia's preparatory efforts for the OIC summit. In terms of our setup, we, like most organizations, have at the very top of our organogram the Board of Directors, which is followed by the Secretariat of the Republic, and is also co-chaired by the Vice President of the Republic of the Gambia, which again speaks to the importance attached to the chairperson, who is the president, and the co-chairperson, who is the vice president. We also have relevant ministers on the same board, and they include Minister of Works, Minister of Minister of the Chief Executive Officer and also various departments to have it run. And in addition to that, we have various committees. We have a main local organizing committee, which is represented by chairpersons of the OIC. We have been primarily focusing on the two main aspects of our mandate, which was resource mobilization and also the OIC, just a general overview, is the organization of Islamic Nation, which has a membership of 57 countries. It is the collective voice of the Muslim Ummah, and it seeks to steer the affairs of the Muslim Ummah and also help propel the agenda of the Muslim. Now, if you look at the logo, we have a very important representation of Gambia, which is our national flag. We see the red, white, blue stripes blended into what is the 15th Islamic Summit. Of course, this summit is known as the 15th Islamic Summit. But we also have another two important representations, which is this to the Gambia. We also have this in the middle of the 15 OIC, which is the official logo, incorporate what is very significant to the Gambia, but also include very meaningful and powerful, make a powerful statement. Now, in our